Right, pleasant morning to us this Wednesday morning. I believe we all had a wonderful and restful night. Good morning, everybody, and it's a good day for us to analyze the market together and then to see how we can take advantage of the market. All right. Okay. While we wait for others to join in, it's a good one to say that for those of us in worry, in worry, uh, rally trade will be in worry tomorrow. We'll be in worry tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday 29th. Okay. So we'll be in worry for a day, air invasion conference. All right, it is something that you don't want to miss. All right, and for those in Benin, I believe we saw what happened last week, and those in Port Harcourt were part of it last 2 weeks or so. All right, so but we'll be in worried tomorrow, Thursday, and I believe most of us have got uh we've got the emails and then the SMSs. Okay, but I'm going to say it again. So for the sake of those who will be joining in later. All right, so let's just wait for some 3 4 minutes and let's allow some people join in and then we kick the ball rolling. Good morning once again. All right, I guess it's time that we continue. If it others will join in. Good morning once again. and you're welcome to morning market review. This Wednesday morning, 20 8th of February 2024. So it's going to be a very good time for us, and I believe as we do this together, like I would always say to us, the essence of this review, it goes beyond taking entries and taking some positions. It's for us to together look at why market behaves the way it behaves, and essentially the understanding the psychology of the market and why we pitch tent with some positions and the likes. All right, quickly, let's look at how the market has fared so far, and then we look at what we have today. I'm going to share my screen now. Let's check the Forex Factory. Mhm. Right. Now, if you consider the events so far this week, it's been more of a quiet week fundamental wise. Although this week the chief of the fundamentals has been the PCE, which is coming up tomorrow. But Monday, you can see that there was no high impact news on Monday, though we had the ECB President Lagarde. She spoke on Monday, right? Then on Tuesday, we had the durable, which was yesterday. We had the durable good orders which came out lower than expected, and then of course the consumer confidence also came out negative. Somebody asked me yesterday that this news came out negative for the dollar, so that means gold should buy. Why didn't we see gold rallying uh up yesterday? And I said, yes, you are right. You are right. Fundamentally, you are right. But these things are not cast in stones. And then number two, there are other externalities that you need to consider. The conventional notion is that once the news comes out not good for the dollar, okay, more often than not, gold goes the other direction. That is, it does well. But that is not always, it is not 100% the case, all right? It's not that there are events that could prevent gold from going other direction, all right? There are events that could prevent gold from doing what it does. You get, for example, there could be a situation where dollar is buying and gold is also buying, and then somebody will ask, why is this happening? It could be that there could be panic in some regions, and people would always love to go for safe haven assets. All right, people will always want to go for safe haven assets, and so people could be buying gold at the same time buying dollar. And then yesterday, the durable goods and even the consumer confidence, the data coming out didn't possess enough strength to pull dollar down, because it does not change the fact that Federal Reserve will still uphold the present state of interest rate. All right. So the only one that will come out, which I expect, which is tomorrow, if PCA comes out bad for bad, that means that it could drive in some changes in the strength of the dollar. All right. But at least the overarching news expected this week, the chief of them is the PCE this week. So that is what people were really or have actually been waiting for to see what happens. So and I also said to the fellow yesterday, I said all this news designated as high impact news, they are high impact because they have important uh they are called high impact because they have important stake when it comes to the US economy or any of the region. All right. But they all bears different impact in terms of market. All right. So I was saying that although they are all high impact, okay, they are all high impact, but they are all are impact, all right? But then they all have different weights they carry in terms of effect and driving volatility in the market. Okay, so and then for some people, if you had gone with the popular notion of okay, the when dollar is weak, good is this thing. That means you, you are just still coming on board. You should approach the market from a kind of holistic perspective. You understand? Knowing that it is not all the time that dollar is weak, that gold is strong. It is not all the time. All right. So one must ensure that one takes uh, a kind of good observation of things. And that is for that. Okay, that is why I would always advise if you are trading fundamental, why not use why not use pending order instead of trying to go for instant execution? Because if one had engaged pending order, right? At least if the market does not go in the projected direction, it would have gone the alternative route, right? So that is why it is better. But that's my my sentiment though. I prefer pending order to instant execution when you are trading fundamentals. And somebody else will tell you that I prefer instant execution. All right. But it is because of situations like this. Dollar began to grow by the time we switch to a chart, you realize the dollar began to grow in strength. You know, generally dollar is weak in quote. The right for it so far started this year. All right. Okay, sorry, sorry about that. All right. Um, okay. So I just said let me I hope I'm not all this my stories are they making sense? You know, like I told you, beyond taking entries. We will go to the chat soon. All right. All right. Okay. And of course, I also understand that sometimes it is on every brokerage platform that when you set pending orders during fundamentals, okay, there can be the issue of slippage. There can also be the fact that it is not necessarily the entry that you set. It's not necessarily the entry that you set that is given to you because it can happen, right? It can happen. All right. So that is for that. I understand that, but it's just that when you put it in the ladder of comparison, I would prefer to go for pending order during fundamental, so that if it does not go up, it goes down. If it does not go down, it goes up. I don't and that is it. And so I was saying that dollar has been enjoying that smooth ride from January until February, around February for 13 or 14, before it started coming down. And if you check the same thing on what's it called on indices market, you realize that the indices market generally have been uptrend. And with the news that came out last week from Nvidia sending the indices market up all the way, and most of them got to their new highs, and it was only expected. It was expected that that every one of those instruments will start retracing, because the notion is this: whenever you have any instrument attain a new high, a new price level, it is expected for that instrument to do some little retracement. It may not be a total change, change in trend, but there will be some sell-off. That's why we saw that indices market began to do some sell-off even on Monday, as a matter of from Friday, even Monday, and then on Tuesday as well. Okay, so I'm not here alone. I'm here with an erudite trader, and you can be sure that you will enjoy what the voice you're gonna hear. A very thorough analyst, who is also going to take us through the route. So I am going to she will take over and share the screen. Please listen to her carefully. Listen to her carefully. One of the best hands we have, and some of you are clients. So the voice you hear next, the voice you hear next will be the voice of our analyst this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, great traders once again. It's good to be with you at this morning market review this morning. So my erudite trader, my very good colleague, have given us an intro or a review of what we can say the market has been doing for some time now. So quickly, let's get to the chart. We'll be looking at this. We'll be trading. We'll be looking at some currency, some instruments this morning, and then in looking at them, I do more of technical trading, except on the days where we have good fundamentals that we are looking at for. So like today now, we'll be looking at a very good fundamental around the US region. The prelim GDP will be coming out this afternoon by 2:30 p.m. We've had some news around the New Zealand dollar around 2 a.m. today, and I really wouldn't be looking at the New Zealand dollar pairs. So that won't be of interest to us today. So we'll be looking at the fact that we are having a fundamental today by 2:30 p.m. And I know that my colleague would have said to us too that once there's a fundamental like this in the afternoon, market kinds of be tries to be kind of slow. Like investors want to await the news. So, but that being said, we'll look at the market today more from the technical point of view, so that we can be able to take trades. We don't have to keep our fingers crossed looking at the market because we are not the investor. We are the intraday traders that want to make money from trading. Okay. So that being said, let's start with GBP USD. So I like to show us the USD IDX on a daily time frame. Just as we said that the USD IDX has had a good run, that's the dollar, has had a good run from December all through the better part of January and first and second week of February. We started seeing this downward trend in February, around the February 12th or February 13th. Yeah, we started seeing this downward trend. So price have gotten to this resistance 104.735, and then it has not been able to break above that resistance. It came down. All right, now from yesterday candle, even before yesterday candle, from the 22nd, that sometimes last week, we started seeing a rejection. Technically started seeing a rejection, price getting to this particular price of 103 region and being rejected, trying to make an upward move. Take note that I'm looking at analyzing this on the daily time frame, trying to make an upward move. So of course the buyers, those who have been enjoying the strength in dollar, would want to pump in more money to ensure that dollar continues to sustain this strength. And economically, the US will also want to keep doing whatever they are doing at the back end to ensure that dollar continues to hold its strength. So it will not just be easy for this weakness to just come and take over dollar immediately. So that's the reason why we see this ranging market for like 3 days, 4 days now. And then yesterday, it gives us a clear indication that the buyers will take over this market. However, we are on the lookout for today's candle. Trust me, if today's candle closes as a bullish candle, not a rejection candle. Yesterday was a bullish candle, but it was a rejection candle. If today's candle closes as a bullish candle and not a rejection candle, look out for more buy from the US peers. Okay. So that being said, let's go to GBP USD. I like to be trading GBP USD this morning on the 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes time frame. Let me remove all this so that we can have a clearer view of my chart. So firstly, let's look at GBP USD on daily time frame. So if you look at GBP USD on the daily time frame, you will see that price has also been making this upward move. And so what is the reason? I just showed us that, okay, dollar has been falling for some time, so GBP USD has been buying. Remember your base and quote rule, the base and the quote currency. So GBP is the base currency, so it is buying, meaning that Great Britain pound is buying against dollar. Now, we have started seeing the rejection in dollar in terms of the downward trend. Dollar is trying to gain back its momentum. So GBP USD also is losing its strength, right? So now I like us to take note of this price point. This is a proven resistance at 1.277 region. GBP/USD has not been able to break above this point since the month of November. Each time price gets there, it gets rejected and fall back again. All right, and we've seen it do that again in the month of January this year. Prices have gotten there and falling back again. All right, so also want us to take note of this support zone. This support zone around price 1.25 region. You'd agree with me that looking at the chart, since the 8th of December 2023, that price has been getting there. Each time price gets there, it's also pushed all back. So we could say that technically GBP/USD has been trading between the 1.277 region and the 1.25 region since the month of December. All right, so let's narrow it down to where to favor us as an intraday trader. So for this morning, I would like to trade GBP/USD from the 30 minutes time frame. And I would go in more. My preference for GBP/USD this morning on the 30 minutes time frame would be more of a buy. Reasons, I'll give you reasons why I'll go for a buy this morning, but I have to wait for price to push up to a certain level. The reason why I'll go for a buy this morning is this. Looking at GBP/USD here, on this support, price has been respecting this support, so we'll call it a market structure. We can also say that price has formed what we call a triple bottom. This is the first bottom, a second bottom, and then just this morning it has formed the third bottom. And we can see that the first time it formed the first bottom, price got rejected and moved upward, and then the second bottom, same thing happened. So I want to also state to us this morning that I see GBP/USD being rejected again on this verified support, but however, we wait for what we call confirmation. Reasons why I'm not going for an instant buy. So I'm going for a pending order. I wait for price to break above this point, price 1.26623, and then depending on your risk appetite, you can buy all the way up. However, it's good to take your profit. A bird at hand is worth more than 10,000 in the bush. Okay, so take your profit at some point, and then if it continues to buy, please follow the buy. So I'll bring it down here, depending on your risk appetite, right? I bring it down all the way here, take my profit at price 1.26690. Remember, you mustn't wait up to take profits. So I'll take my buy here, and then I would take my profit here. This is to secure the first profit. As I said, depending on your risk appetite, you can buy all the way to this point as price continues to make a progression upward, right? You can buy all the way to this point. However, depending on your risk appetite, let's secure the first profit at price 1.2690 and continue if it continues to go in our direction. We would like to check how many pips profit that we'll be making from this trade. We'll be making about 6.5 pip, right? About 6.5 pip. And if you want to compare to the spread, you see that if you minus spread is just 1.3 pip. If you minus spread, you'll be making about 5.2 or thereabout pips, which is a good one if you trade it even with as low as 0.05, right? Good money, good trades. You make some good money. I wouldn't want to look out for a sell this morning, but in an alternative scenario, which I really do not see it happening very soon, I would honestly wait for price to break below this verified support. When I mean break it very well. Break it very well, because price has been respecting this structure. So you see that even price have gotten this low, 1.26432, and it got rejected. So if I would look out for a sell, honestly, I'll wait for price to come far below that point, as far as this point, 1.26349, for a sell stop, and then take my profit at this point, 1.26231. Alternative scenario, 1.26349, sell stop, and take my profit at 1.26231. That will be my preference for a sell stop, but as I said, I'll go in for a buy if price gets to my desired entry point. So quickly, let's look at what Euro USD also has been doing for some time now. So now, I always tell traders that that when the king is not at home, the servant becomes the king. So when the lion of the jungle is sick, every other baby becomes the king in the jungle. So when over this time that dollar has been having its ups and downs and not been very good, so you see what our dear brothers Euro, GBP, USD has been doing. They've been doing good for themselves, which is good. That is what this market is all about: opportunity. You take advantage of the opportunity. So we can see that Euro USD has been able to push up a good momentum since on a daily time frame since the 14th of February, and it's been sustaining that momentum until it looks like the king of the jungle is getting well again and coming back to take its position. So that being said, we know that Euro USD is on the fall trend, on the sell trend. So we have to also look at more for a sell and then take good position. So because we want to make some good money for ourselves, I'll be looking at more these instruments more on a 30 minutes time frame so that we can make some good money for ourselves this morning and get ready, position ourselves for the fundamental by 2:30 p.m. So looking at Euro USD, you can see that Euro USD is making a downward trend, right, which we expect it to do as a result of the strength that USD is also gaining. But however, we can see a structure being formed here. I told us when we're analyzing GBP USD about a bottom. So Euro USD is also forming that structure, a bottom. This is a bottom now. It is forming an arc. And as it is with an arc, once it forms an arc, you expect that price will move up again. However, I wouldn't want to say that I will go in for a buy or very sure of a buy for Euro USD at the moment. The reason is that I will expect that price will come this low to test this lowest low it's made at 1.081 region. So I expect that price will get this low before any upward move can be seen. I will expect that price will get this low before any upward move can be seen. However, for those who know how to scalp, for those who are scalpers, you can decide to scalp an instant sell and take your profits before 1.08123. That is for scalpers. But if you're not good at scalping, please stay strictly on a pending order note. So I will use a sell stop at this point, and my sell stop would also want to wait for price to get to this low. Yes, you might ask me, why don't I sell now? As I said, you can go for an instant sell and take your profits before 1.08125. The spread is very tight, and you would have made some good profit. So an instant sell still in place for Euro USD. Take your profits anywhere before 1.08125. If you do not want to go for an instant sell, wait for price to break 1.08125, going for a sell, and consider your take profit at 1.08021. Why am I considering my take profit here at this point? Look at here. Price got here again and got rejected. So the probability that price will also get rejected when it gets there again today would be high, right? So that will be that. But in an alternative scenario for Euro USD, which I would have gone more for a buy stop for Euro USD, looking at market structure. I'll go more for a buy stop, but however, I would confirm my buy by going in for a pending order at price 1.08245. Once this buy continues, trust me, you can buy all the way to this turncoat resistance at the 1.08340 region once this price starts. But I will be setting my take profit position just before the turncoat resistance. Yes, just before the turncoat resistance. Secure my profit. If price now gets to this turncoat, that's the essence of learning how to trade, right? So if price now gets to this turncoat resistance and breaks above it, then I can now go and continue this buy. I don't need my account manager to tell me to continue the buy, right? That's the essence of joining trainings, to know how to analyze the market. If this buy starts and it gets to my take profit, I would have made about 6 pips, and then the spread is so tight, And so the spread is just 1 pip, let's say 1 pip. So I'll be cashing out about 5 pips once this buy starts, right? And it would have been a good profit for me buying all the way from here, making about 5 pips on a 0.05, for instance, or 0.1 if you have good funds over ₦1 million, over 800,000 naira in your account. Why not 0.1? Make some good profit and smile to the bank. Okay, so that is that for Euro USD. Let's move on to USD JPY. So sorry, you'll be wondering why my chart has a lot of horizontal line. That is because we keep analyzing the market day in, day out, time in, time out. You know, some of you reach out to your account manager, I'm on this trade, what do you think? So you have to mark it, watch the trade, practically be in the trade with the client, right? So that is why you can see, in fact, I differentiate the colors at some point so that I'll be able to tell which client's trade is that I'm also watching with. All right, so Euro USD on the daily time frame. So Euro USD on the daily time frame, sorry, USD JPY on the daily time frame, we can see that USD JPY has been able to sustain this upward move. USD JPY has been able to sustain this upward move and is making some good money for itself. Why is this so? You'll be wondering that actually they've been saying that dollar has been weak for some days, and then so GBP USD and Euro USD have also taken advantage of that to rise. Okay, so I will explain this. Now, you expect that USD JPY should have been selling because USD is the base currency, JPY is the quote, but it is buying. This buy shows that dollar is stronger than Japanese yen. That's what the buy shows. Now, why is it so? Like I always say to traders during fundamental, that the fact that the news came out bad for dollar does not mean that the fact that this news came out bad for dollar does not mean that it will every other currencies will be stronger than it. I'll explain it this way. If the news comes out bad for dollar, right, euro might now gain strength over it as a result of the weakness of as a result of the their data that was released. Does not mean that AUD will gain strength over it. Does not mean that Euro JPY will gain strength over it. Does not mean that NZD will gain strength over it. So these are things traders should also know. So I'm using this to explain the reason why, even though dollar has been weak for some days, USD JPY has been buying when we should have expected it to be selling. It means that even in the weakness of dollar, it is still stronger than Japanese yen. Okay, so that is why we've seen this upward move. And so for me, technically speaking, I feel that this upward trend will continue on in USD JPY as prices go. That's speaking technically now, because there's really nothing much happening in the Japanese yen economy that seems to going to give it strength immediately, right? So because the last comment we heard from their president was that they aren't going to be looking at interest rate review even in this first quarter. So that has left investors not to be so keenly interested in their currency at the moment, right? So, but I like Japanese yen for one thing. It doesn't go that flat, like very flat like that. It has a way of managing its economy and still able to remain, I will use the word afloat, still able to remain afloat. So they are not too weak. They're not doing too badly, and they're not doing too great. So as some people will say when they graduate from university with tutu, they'll say, I no beat university no beat me, you know. So that's like what JPY always have been able to do in this market. So I will look out for more of a buy on this PA2, because technically speaking, I'm expecting that price will want to go back and test this resistance around the 151 region. But let's see what it's doing on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what it's doing. So on the 1 hour time frame, we'll see that price is buying. Price is buying, but still far away from the 151,564 region. So meaning that it take a longer time before price can be able to get there. In fact, price has to be able to break this verified resistance before it will be able to get there. So let us see what price has been doing around this particular verified resistance region. Let's see what price has been doing there. That's around the 150 price region. Remember that the resistance we talked about earlier is around the 151 region on daily time frame. Now there's a resistance, a very strong resistance around price 150 region. So let us see how often price has respected that resistance. It's been a long time coming. Price has been respecting this resistance, right? In fact, it has formed what we can refer to more than even a double top. So let's see as far back as as far back as 13th of February, when price got there. Price have been respecting that resistance. It has not been able to break that resistance. So however, it means that if we're going to look out for a buy, we'll be waiting for price to break that resistance. So that being said, let's take our positions for the day. And as I said, as somebody who likes to make money fast from the market, I like to review this chart again on a 30 minutes time frame. So on a 30 minutes time frame, I'll look out for a buy, right? Look out for a buy because I expect that price is coming to test this resistance around the 150 region around here. So I'll look out for a buy. Can decide to go in for an instant buy and take your profit anywhere before, but it's going to be a tight buy actually. It's going to be a tight buy, so more of a scalping buy. Take your profits around price 150.800. The reason why I'm saying take your profit before there, remember you have been taught to treat support and resistance as zones and not lines. As zones and not lines. So meaning that price can get close to that point and get rejected. It mustn't sit on the verified resistance before it gets rejected. As soon as price is approaching that zone, it can start being rejected, just as what price did here. You see, it hasn't gotten there, but as it is approaching that zone, it started experiencing rejection, and it didn't get, only this candle got to exactly that verified resistance line. Every other one's got close to it and got rejected before coming down. So that is why I'll scalp an instant buy if it continues this buy and take my profit around price 150.800. But in an alternative scenario for a sell stop, see, my sell stop is going to go in two ways. If price experience rejection at this point where price is now, then I'll wait for price to come and trade below the previous 30 minutes candle at price 150.644 and take my profit just on this stone cold support. Just on this stone cold support, 150.561. I'll take my profit, secure the profit, because I said a bird at hand is worth more than 10,000 in the bush. Secure this profit. If price breaks below this support again and gets to this point, yes, you cannot continue for a sell until price coming to test this week support again. But for this morning, a sell stop 150.644. Take my profit at 150.561. Okay, that would be that for USD JPY for this morning. Let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. This instrument amazed me some days ago. I think that was on Monday. I was like, wow, where is it flying to? Where? What happened? The Eurozone was just shining, just feeling good, because as I would say, the king of the jungle is sick, right? And it really had this I think they had a fundamental that day. Another good reason why, let me confirm that. I think there was a fundamental around the Eurozone on Monday that gave okay, none actually, aside the fact that their president spoke. Okay, so let's continue. So meaning that it took more advantage of the strength in Euro and was able to make this upward move. So, but let's see Euro JPY on a daily time frame. Euro JPY on a daily time frame. Excuse me, let me delete all this. All right. So Euro JPY on a daily time frame has also just shown us that is going to respect a structure. A structure. Let's see this structure. price got to this point, 163 region. That is a very good resistance that price has been respecting since November. Since November, that price got there, 11th of November to be precise, the price got there, price started falling down. So it has been respecting that resistance since the 11th of, since the 14th of November, 2023, it has been respecting that price zone. And this is actually the first time. Yesterday was actually, this week is actually the first time price got there again. What price has been doing is to approach there, get rejected, fall, approach there, get rejected, fall. But again, price have gotten there. I want to say that price is going to respect this structure. So let's take note of this verified resistance and see how far it is from us, from the current reality of today's market price. So we can see that price is far from it, however, not too far. Price is far from it, however, not too far. But for yesterday, price traded between the verified resistance and the untested support. The verified resistance and the untested support. That was where price traded yesterday. And unfortunately for Euro, there's actually no much news coming out from the Eurozone today that would give it more strength against Japanese yen. Neither is there any news coming out from the Japanese yen region today that would also give it strength over euro. So I would say that these two instruments will be trading technically today, respecting market structures. But however, the G20 meetings, the G20 meeting is going to start today, and today is going to be day one. I think it's usually I'm trying to remember how many days that this meeting takes, but it's been attended by finance ministers and central banks from about 20 industrialized nations, right? Mainly Canada, Italy, France, Germany, Japan, the UK, and the US. So you see that these are more of the economy movers that will be meeting. But however, I really do not see it affecting Euro JPY as a pair today. So going back to Euro JPY, as I said, I feel that this instrument is going to respect market structure today. So it's going to be trading, for me, I'm going to be trading between this zone that it traded yesterday, 163.333, 163.333, and 162.915. So this is the zone that Euro JPY might likely trade today. So it's going to look more like a tight trade for Euro JPY. Reasons being that there's a whole lot of resistance and support booming its head even within this zone. So let's look at it on a smaller time frame and see, despite what is the tight regions that is working on, and see the trades that we can able to take. So I wouldn't be going for any instant buy or instant sell on Euro JPY at the moment. I would do more of a pending order. A sell will be more tight. A sell will be tight because I would have loved to sell when price breaks away from, because at the moment this instrument is trading side by side. So I would want to wait for price to break that, have a breakout, a sell stop, a very tight one, a sell stop at 162.991. I take my profit at 162.915. As I said, is a tight sell, but for me, my preference would be more of a buy. I would wait for price to do a breakout and trade up to this point, 163.138. 163.138. That's for those who are in a hurry to go in for a trade. I personally, being someone who does not like my money to miss in this market, I would wait for price to break above the highest high it has made today. I wait for price to break above the highest high it has made today, going for a buy, and take my profit at 163.333, which is the resistance region that we marked earlier that has been trading. And with that, let's see how many pips we would have made once price gets to that point. That would have made about 12 pips from this trade, about 12 pips from this trade, and the spread is very tight. So about the spread should be less than 1.5. All right, spread. Oh no, so this spread should be less than 1.5 pips. So okay, about 2 pips or thereabout. So would have made some good money trading this instrument. But as I said, that is for someone like me. But if you can, you just wait for price to have a breakout here. That's another. If you're just so much in a hurry to get into the market, you wait for price to get to this point, 163.129, then follow a buy. I'm staying away from this 163.129 region personally, because you can see that there's a tight space. There's a tight space between here. Just if you can see my cursor, this between my desired entry price and this second alternative entry price, because price has ranged within that zone, within these two zone. So I feel that price might, if price gets there and repeats the same action, I might be in a trade that I will be in a decision of should I close or not. So that's the reason why I am staying away from the 163.129. Just wait for price to get to 163.207 before I go in for a buy and take my profit at 163.333. So for Euro JPY this morning, we just have to wait for a breakout because it's trading side by side. Once this breakout happens, position myself for the two. Once it happens, I make some good money from it. Okay, so quickly, let's look at gold. Quickly, let's look at gold as an instrument. Yes, my colleague has been able to explain to us that it is not every time that gold is weak. Sorry, that dollar is weak that we expect that gold will buy. It's not every time that it happens. All right, and we have seen that a little of that played out in the market this period. So for gold this morning, we can see that gold hasn't been really doing too great, even though it has been moving up and moving down. But you see that it's been ranging between a particular zone for some time now, between the 2061 zone and the 1982 zone. It's been ranging within this zone, within the 2061 zone and the 1982 zone. Okay, so this is on a daily time frame now. Let's go to this trading it technically, looking at seeing what it's been doing on the 1 hour time frame. So you see that on the 1 hour time frame, gold has a whole lot of work to do for it to be able to make a massive move. But once it's able, for me, I feel that once gold is able to break this verified resistance or this verified support on 1 hour time frame, we will see a directional movement. So now it's been doing more of a ranging market, trading between a particular zone. But however, for those that are trend traders or long-term traders, look out for a breakout for gold on the 2023 region for a sell, and look out for a buy on the 2045 region for a buy. This is for a long-term trader, but for you and I, we got to make money. Okay, so let's bring it to where price can easily get to. We'll make some money and smile to the bank. Especially the fact that February is coming to an end. For those of you that did not do Valentine for your spouse, your loved ones, make some money to close the month well, and then can still do Valentine for them. All right. So for gold this morning, I'll look out for a buy. For this morning, I look out for a buy once price is rejected successfully on this untested support. I use the word successfully because we can see that even in the almost closing hours of yesterday, that was where price was sitting on, but it got rejected and made an upward move a little, and price opened up this morning and continued in that direction. So if it is successfully rejected, I know somebody will be telling me now in their mind that is she not seeing it, that has broken the untested support? Yes, it has broken the line, but it has not broken the region. So allow it to break the region before you can say that it wasn't rejected. So I'll look out for a buy once price. Let me leave those other lines. I look out for a buy once price trades above this point here, above this line. Let me remove this. You can see a line here. This line here is suggesting to us that there's either a resistance or a support here. That is what this line is suggesting to you and I, that there's either a resistance or a support here, and price has not been able to break. It has not been able to ascertain for us what is going to be, but however, I'll have to be wary of that point. So that's the reason why I'm going for a buy stop at price 2030.99, 2030.99, and take my profit just before the weak resistance at 2032.96. Let's see how many pips would have made from it. Let's see how many pips would have made from it. Wow, would have made about 20 pips from it. That's a whole lot of money on gold, and the spread. So by the time you compare with the very tight spread, you will see that about 4.6 pips. So 20 minus 4, about 16 pips on good. Wow. On a good lot size as small as 0.05, you come and thank me, right? Okay. So, but for a sell, I would wait for price to also break this untested support, as I said. I'll wait for price to break it. So when price gets to 2027.10, I'll go in for a sell and take my profit. You can see clearly now why I will take my profit. I've explained that plenty times this morning at 2025.79. I'll take my profit there because that's also another support to be wary of. Take my profit there once price continues in that direction. So quickly, let's look at US 100. US 100. So for US 100, I told a lot of traders yesterday that US 100 is going to go up to test this resistance. And however, once it gets to this resistance, I will look out for a fall, right? So US 100 has also been, of course, you know this rule that will say that once dollar is weak, you see that their indices will be doing good. So aside that, my colleague also explained to us the Nvidia over 12% profit that he made. You know that AI rules the world now. AI is ruling the world, and don't be left out. There are a lot of opportunities you can make. There are a lot of opportunities you can make with trading with AI, you know, and other things you can do around it and make life easier with AI. So don't be left out to move with technology. AI is the new technology now. Don't be left out. If as Nigerians, if we follow, there's this young girl, I think she's still in high institution, J.A. Jadro Light or J.A. something. That's her name, that she started acting like an AI and all that. I think she's still in high institution, and she's made some good money for herself by just acting like an AI on the internet. And a lot of AI companies are beginning to take her up as a brand ambassador, right? Because AI is the new reality. So don't be left out. So AI is one of the reasons why we also have seen this long spike on US 100. However, for investors who also want to stay on the lookout to see if this particular AI will be able to sustain this profit. Will be able to sustain this profit, right? So reasons why we might experience a little pullback from US 100 once price successfully gets rejected at this price 181 region. 181 region. We might see price falling down from that point. So let's see the market structure for US 100 on daily time frame. So for US 100 on daily time frame, just hold on. 180. Okay, is a 180 region. Okay, I thought it's 181 region. All right. So let's see the market structure that price has been also having on daily time frame towards this region. So you can see that price is not too far from that resistance. Okay, price is not too far from that resistance, and on daily time frame, price has been experiencing rejection at that point since when price got there on the 23rd of February, that's sometimes last week. Price has been experiencing rejection from that point, right? So meaning that if I'm going for a buy on US 100, I should envisage to take my profit before 180.67, right? It amazes me when I see traders come and enter a buy on this resistance, and they'll be telling me I thought it would keep buying. Keep buying to where? It's been experiencing rejection on that point for some days now. So that these are the advantage of looking at where price is on daily time frame, where I think price is heading to on daily time frame before narrowing it to your trade on either a 30 minutes or 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 1 hour time frame. It will really help you to take a decision. So for US 100 this morning, until when the news comes out by 2:30 p.m., the prelim GDP coming out by 2:30 p.m., I see US 100 trading between this zone of 180.67 and the verified support of 17911. So having established this fact, we are going to look at for entry points that we can actually take and make some money for ourselves. So I would just wait for price to pull down here. A little side-by-side trading has been going on US 100 here. So I'll just wait and take my buy at 17. I take my sell rather at 179.55.29. 179.55.29. Take my profit at 179.11.89. 179.11.89 is going to be a tight sell because price has been ranging tightly on within this zone. So we are trying to trade within the zone that price has been trading since on Monday. Do you get? So that is why it looks like it's a tight. And currently, even on this zone, price is hanging in the middle. Now, it is not that if price is here on this verified resistance, good, we look out for a sell and expect to sell all the way down. If price is, prices at this support now, good, we look out for a buy and expect to buy all the way here. But price is hanging in the middle. So any trade you are taking on US 100 is going to be a tight trade because you also want to secure your profits within that zones until price does a breakout, which we'll look out for, which we hope that the 2:30 prelim GDP news would give us that. So for a buy, I'll wait for price to also get to 180.14.49 and take my profit at 180.67.20. So that would be my preference for US 100 this morning. A buy 180.14.49. Take profit at 180.67.20. For a sell, 179.55.29. Take profit at 179.11.89. So these are my preference for US 100. It's going to be a tight trade. If you're not confident with it, you can stay away and wait for the fundamental by 2:30 p.m. All right. So my learned colleague will continue this training, and trust me, you'll get more good entries from him as we continue in this class, and we'll be rounding it up in less than 10 minutes.
All right. I'm laughing here when she called me Leonard's colleague. I said, lawyers in the house should not come for me. I believe we enjoyed. I told you were going to enjoy it, the analysis, and then the manner with which she gave us the entries. All right. So quickly, I'll do like 2 or 3 more, and then we will call it a day here. And if you have been checking your chart box, you could see that we put up a flyer there, on a high trading to guarantee profit in 2024. All right. So you might want to please, if you are in Lagos, you might want to make your way down to Radisson Blu at Anchorage Hotel. Number 1A, Ozumba Mbadiwe Avenue, VI here in Lagos. All right, it's going to be a very good one. So using AI trading to guarantee profits in 2024. So it's going to be a very good one. So it's going to be an invasion indeed. We've had this in Port Harcourt. Last week we were in Benin, and this week as well will be in Warri. We'll be in Warri at Jubilee Retreat and Conference Center at number 5. And Neat and Good and Nehe Efon Delta. Forgive me if I don't know how to pronounce it well. All right. So, but we'll be there 10 a.m. tomorrow, 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Jubilee Retreat and Conference Center, number 5, and Neat and Road and Nehe Efon Delta State. All right. So, it's going to be a very wonderful one. And sincerely, we had a meeting and the session yesterday. It was you needed to see the profitability using this and using these AI. All right, so that will be. Let me just go to US 30, US 2000, and then let's see how we can take advantage of the market. All right, so the address for the Lagos one. Okay, it's on the flyer. Can you see the flyer here? It's on the flyer, right? It's on the flyer here. At Radisson Blu Anchorage Hotel, 1A, Ozumba Mbadiwe Avenue, Victoria Island, Lagos. Right. So that is for that. That is for that. Okay, so quickly let me share my screen and then we'll continue so that I can call it a day. Yeah. Okay. And meanwhile, for those of you on GBP USD, you might want to watch your go watch your trade, right? That GBP USD. And I believe this particular pair will still go up. You know, like she explained to us, it has made triple bottom. So it's time for you to start going back up. So if you're on a buy trade, you might just want to hold your trade. It's still going to go up all the way. At least it's going to respect structure this morning so far. All right. Let me go to US 30. Now, if you look at what US 30 has been doing, all of them are showing the same pattern of movement. If you consider the rest, all of them have been showing the same pattern of movement. Okay, so you realize that it had a kind of fall yesterday, and that's yesterday. It has begun to make its way upward again. However, if you consider it on 30 minutes time frame, you realize that there is this structure price has been respecting between these dynamic support here and this weak resistance. So now the possibility it has broken through this dynamic resistance, which is this Fibo contour up here, all right, and it's going to make its way up to this weak resistance. I'm going to ask you to prepare for a sell limit right here. As a matter of fact, you can go in for an instant buy here and take your profit. You can go in for an instant buy on US 30. Going for an instant buy on US 30, an instant buy on US 30, and take your profit at 3.8. Okay. Take a profit at 3.8, 3.8991, 3.8991, 3.8991, 3.8991. Oh, I thought I was sharing my screen. Oh my. Oh my, very sorry about that. I thought I was sharing my screen. I thought I was sharing my screen. All right, I said you could go in for an instant buy on US 30. You could go in for an instant buy on US 30, right? And then take your profit at 38991. 38991. You could go in for an instant buy, and then take your profit. You go in for an instant buy and take your profit at 38991. Now, in the same vein, please prepare for a sell limit at this around this region as 38991. Prepare for a sell limit at 38991, 38991, and then you can look at taking your profit around price level. Take your profit around price level, so that I will not later this place with another line around 38954, 38954, 38954. 38954. I don't know why Mr. Tosin is sending his number and his name here. All right. I believe you have an account manager. Okay, Mr. Lua Tosin do. All right. Uh 38954. All right. I'm sharing my screen. How many of us can see my screen here? How many of us can see my screen? Okay. Okay. All right. How about now? Can you see my screen now? Okay. 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 Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Uh, okay, great. So I said on US 30, you could go in for an instant buy. So you could go in for an instant buy and look at taking your profit at 38991, 38991, 38991, or you prepare for a sell limit at 38991, and look at taking your profit. Look at taking your profit around 38953, 38953. And let me say this as well, please. If anybody sends you his number on this live session, or anyone, let me make a caveat now. Don't send your number to anybody here. Do not send your number to anybody here. Don't send your number to anybody here. Don't let anyone tell you he will trade for you or give you strategy. The person is not from Rally Trade. Let me repeat myself. We've had people been involved with those who claim to be members of staff of Rally Trade or any guru in the market, and people that fell victim have really had themselves to blame. Please do not uh receive number or give your number to anybody. Please, please do not. More often than not, those people are not truthful. They tend to scam you, right? So I just need to say that. So if you fall victim, all right. So if you want my number, please just reach out to your account manager. Just reach out to your account manager. So but I will not send my number on this live chat. All right. So that is for that. So let me say it again for the sake of those who do not see my who didn't see my screen rather at the other time. I said let's go in for an instant buy, and then look at taking profit at 38991, or you wait for price to trade up to 38991 and take a sell entry. Take a sell entry from there. Take a sell entry from there. That is that is for that. That's for that. Okay. So for US 500, for US 500. Yes. Okay. Now US 500 is also giving us the same pattern, the way we are seeing on US 30. So let's look at us doing this. Let's start doing this. Now for US 500, I like us to, because actually price is trying to break above this Fibonacci contour that is serving as a dynamic resistance here, right? So let me just do like this. Okay. All right. So you might want to go in for a buy on US on US 500 if price trades above 5084.3, 5084.3, 5084.3. You might want to go in for a buy at 5084.3 and look at taking your profit around 5087.8, 5087.8, 5087.8, right? Then for your sell entry, you may just want to go in below. If it does, we go in below 5078.4, 5078.4, 5078.4, and let's look at us taking our profit around 5074.1, 5074.1. But I expect it to go in the buy direction this morning. And lastly, we just take US 2000. Lastly, we take US 2000, and then we'll call it a day here today. The US 2000, I'll call it a day here today. Now, this is a good time for one to go in actually for an instant buy on US 2000. All right. What we are seeing here calls for an instant buy on US 2000. An instant execution on US 2000 will be in order, actually. An instant execution will be in order on US 2000. Take an instant buy on US 2000 and look at taking your profit, or like I will say, you don't need to wait for TP, but you can look at taking your profit at 2057.2, 2057.2. An instant buy on US 2000, an instant buy on US 2000, and look at taking your profit. Look at your profit at 2057.2. All right. So hold your trades, and people that are always been telling people, hold your trade, hold your trade, hold your trade. If you have taken an instant buy on US 30, hold your trade, hold your trade. Okay. Then okay, I saw something here. So GU. So I'm still going to go for a buy. If you have entered a buy on GU, just hold your trade as well. Price will spread the structure and still go back up all the way. All right, it's a good place to call it a day here today. Thank you everybody for joining in. Let's meet at 3 p.m. for live session today. God bless you.